All right, good morning. Today we have chosen a snow story. When I got up this morning and I went to exercise, guess what it was doing, kindergarten? It was snowing. There was a little bit of snow in my car. And I thought, oh, maybe by the time we come to school, we would have some snow on the ground. But do we have any snow on the ground? Nope. Darn it. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's read this story about a silly snowy day and hope that we get some snow. How does that sound? And what kind of animal do you think this story is going to be about? Yeah, look at that cute turtle. He's like sprawled out on the ice, isn't he? Like, I can't go. I'm stuck. So let's find out what happens to this turtle. A silly, snowy day. There is the title page, and the story is by Michael Coleman. And the pictures are by Gwyneth Williamson. Oh, that's a mouthful. Here we go. Oh, look at, there's more than one turtle in the story. Ho hum, yawned Mr. Tortoise. Winter is here. So it is, yawned Mrs. Tortoise. Come on, Shelley, time for bed. But I don't feel sleepy yet, said Shelley. Ridiculous, cried Mr. Tortoise. All tortoises go to sleep for the winter. Why? Asked Shelley. Because it's cold outside and there's no food. But I don't want to go to sleep, said Shelley. I want to see what winter is like. Ridiculous, cried Mr. and Mrs. Tortoise together. Who ever heard of a tortoise outside in the winter? Do we usually see turtles in the winter, kindergarten? No, we see a lot of turtles in the summer, don't we? Not in the winter. Soon Mr. Tortoise began to snore, and not too long after that, Mrs. Tortoise began to snore. And not long after that, Shelley left her warm bed of leaves, and she went out through a hole in the shed to see what winter was like. Outside the shed, Shelley blinked. There was snow and ice everywhere, even on the duck pond and the hill, and she lumbered along, and Duck spotted her. A tortoise out in winter? Quacked the duck. Ridiculous! No, it isn't, said Shelley. Oh, no? Then let's see you break through this ice to get food like I can. Ha, quack, ha. He's right, thought Shelley. I can't do that. I don't have a beak. As Shelley began to walk up the hill, she met a dog. A tortoise out in winter? Barked the dog. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley, feeling a little cross. Oh, no? Then let's see you keep warm by running around like I can. Woof! He's right, thought Shelley sadly. I can't do that either. The dog ran after the cat, but the cat climbed up the tree. She looked down at Shelley. A tortoise out in winter? Meowed the cat. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley, even more crossly. Oh, no? Then let's see you run into a nice warm house as quickly as I can. Ha! Meow! Ha! She's right, thought Shelley, shivering in the cold. I can't run like a dog or a cat. I'm just too slow. The cat raced off into her house before the dog could catch her. Excuse me. And Shelley trudged toward the top of the hill where she met a bird. A tortoise out in winter? Cheeped the bird. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, snapped Shelley. Oh, no? Then let's see you fly home and cuddle up with your family like I can. Ha-cheep, ha. Of course I can't fly, thought Shelley. I can't even hop. Shelley felt cold and miserable. She remembered her warm, cozy bed, and a tear trickled down her cheek. They're all right, she thought. A tortoise out in winter is ridiculous. She was so sad she didn't notice the big patch of ice ahead, and she slipped on it. Shelley fell over backward and began to slide down the hill. Faster and faster she went. It's like she has her own built-in sled, doesn't she, kindergarten? Yeah, she's just like riding on her own sled. Faster than a dog could run, faster than a cat, and suddenly she hit a bump and flew into the air like a bird. Whee! She landed With a thump, with a thump, Shelley landed on the icy duck pond and slid toward the hole in the shed. But it was all covered up with ice. What quacka! What did I say? Cried the duck as she slid by him. Where's your beak to break the ice with? I don't have a beak, thought Shelley, but I do have... She has a shell, doesn't she? A shell. And tucking her head inside it, she broke through the ice and into the shed and home. Do you see all the ice? Look at all the ice that's kind of flew everywhere when she broke into it. You see all of that? Yeah. And what are her mom and dad still doing? They're still sleeping. Do you think tortoises hibernate like bears do? I kind of think so too, don't they? Hearing all the noise, Mr. and Mrs. Tortoise woke up. You haven't been outside, have you, Shelley? She asked. A tortoise out in winter, said Shelley, snuggling into bed. And before she could say ridiculous, she was fast asleep. And there is the snow that we're keeping our fingers crossed for. It would be really great to have some winter, wouldn't it, kindergarten? So that is our story today. So I hope we get some snow, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.